Well, hello everyone, and welcome to week 8 of our Family Run program. Woo! I'm so excited that we have made it to week 8, and I really hope that your training has gone well. I hope that those jogging sections are feeling better and better each time you go out, and I hope that you're stringing them along where your walking sessions are getting shorter. I'm just really hoping that everyone is feeling really good about where they are with their training right now. So I'm going to move into our first run tip for today. And yes, we're going to have 2 run tips and no healthy eating tip. So our first run tip this week is all about cold gear. We do live in Virginia. We could have a mild winter, but we also do get some cold days. So I want to talk about what to wear during those cold weather days. Usually when you start putting on some more clothing to stay warm during your runs, it's usually when the temperatures start getting 40 and below. Anything over 40, you can still pretty much be comfortable with like a long sleeve t-shirt and maybe some long running pants. But once it gets below 40, that's when you really need to start thinking about using a hat or some gloves. And also, this is a personal preference. There are a lot of people that like to use a hat and gloves even at 50 degrees. There is something about wearing a hat on your head. It keeps that heat in you better. When you're not wearing a hat, that heat can be released. So keeping a hat on when it's cold out definitely keeps you warmer. I just want to share some gear that I have that I prefer using. I'm not a big hat person, but I like to keep my ears warm. So this is kind of one of those in between things where it goes over your head and it just covers your ears. This is my preference. But then there are also a lot of people that wear a hat and really believe in that wearing a hat keeps that warmth in you. It doesn't let the heat come off of you. It really keeps it in you. So there's that option of wearing a hat, and these beanies are very popular. The other thing is gloves. I I personally just like dollar store gloves. One of those reasons why I like dollar store gloves is if they get too hot for me, I feel like especially if I'm running in a race, I can take them off and drop them on the side of the road. Other people prefer really nice gloves that keep your hands very toasty. And on really cold days, especially below 40 or in the 30s, you may want to wear some sort of glove that's more substantial than the thinner cotton gloves from like the dollar store. So those are just some tips that I have for cold gear wear, and preferably to use when it's 40 and below, but some people like to use it when it's in the 50s too. So just just a little advice about wearing some cold weather gear when it gets chillier around here in Virginia. Now, my next running tip, and I feel like this is important for week 8, is about racing tips. When you get to that start line, if you are doing the Centera Sleigh Bell 5K, when you get to that start line, it's really important that you don't go out too fast. It's very easy to do, extremely easy to do. You get caught up in the excitement and you just want to go out with everyone else, but going out too fast means that you're either going to need to walk sooner or you're going to have to slow way down to finish that race. So my race tip today is about don't get caught up in the excitement. Enjoy it, of course, but don't go out too fast. Try to stay back. Try to feel that pace that you're comfortable with so you can complete that 5K feeling really good. And that's the main thing is you just want to feel good and strong when you get to the end. Just remember you have 3 miles to go. You don't want to use up all your energy in that first mile. So that's my racing tip. And other than not starting out too fast, have fun that day. If you are doing the 5K run or any 5K run, make sure you're having fun. I mean, all this work that we've put into getting ready for it, you have to have fun while you're doing the race. So that's my racing tips for today. And my running tip also was the cold gear. Now, I want to move into our warm up, and I do have a new stretch to share with you today. It's a great full body stretch, and it is called the inchworm. So I'm going to move my bench so I can show you how to do the inchworm. I need to tilt my camera down so you can see me. So for the inchworm, what you're going to do, I'm going to back up a little bit. What you want to do is you want to stand up straight and you want to reach down to the floor. You're going to put your hands on the floor, but keeping your back legs as straight as possible. Put your hands on the floor and walk yourself out. When you walk yourself out and you're pretty parallel to the floor, go ahead and put your body down on the floor, and then you're going to raise yourself up. And then you're going to go into that downward dog position and just go back up. That's one inchworm. I'm going to do it again so you can see it. Put your hands down on the floor, walk yourself out, go down, raise up, go back into downward dog, and push yourself back up. That's 2 inchworms. So that's our warm-up today. So you know what that means after our warm-up. That means we are ready to do what? We're going to see our next training for this last week. So you're going to go outside, you're going to walk, you're going to do a little easy jog, and then you're going to get into that training program. So it's time for us to let's go run. Well, I hope that training run went well for everyone. I hope you jogged it out, and I hope you went into a walk and did a few cool down stretches before you finished. But here we are at week 8, and I'm going to share our last running resolution. And for me, this is the most important part about running. Regular cardiovascular fitness, regular cardiovascular activities triggers endorphins in our bodies. And those endorphins are those feel-good endorphins. They make us feel good. It's why when you are finished running, you have this feeling of, wow, that just felt fabulous. But not only do they release those endorphins, a regular running routine, making it a habit and making it a part of your life, also will help you sleep better. It will reduce stress. It raises your self-esteem. It gives you more energy. I mean, how fantastic is that? If running can give you all those things, why not make it a regular part of your life? So my running resolution today is make this training program a habit. Try to incorporate it into your life for the rest of your life so you can have more energy, feel really good about yourself. Let those endorphins be released in your body and make you feel fantastic. Who wouldn't want those things? And when you start making this a regular part of your life, not only are you going to feel better, but because you feel better and you have this positive energy, family members are going to notice, coworkers are going to notice, and you're just going to have this positive vibe about yourself. So why wouldn't you want to choose running to be a part of your life? So this is my running resolution for our very last week of our training program, is go out and make this just a daily part of your life. Try to do this as many days as you can in a week, and I promise you, you will be feeling fantastic. So I hope everyone has really enjoyed our training program. I'm going to miss sharing this with everyone, but what I want you to do is get out there and run. So happy training, everyone. Bye. See you out on the trails.